All right, shalom, shalom. Let's say all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all you brothers teaching in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, this is Tyler Yop, Jim S. Boston, coming back once again. Okay, with a quick impromptu. And it says, Kim's sister warns U.S. of a more fatal security crisis. All right. And this comes, on the heels of them testing out yet again another hypersonic missile. Okay. Which you'll see as I read down. But I just want to get some key points out of this. I won't read the whole article, just some key points. But the scriptures are speaking through these countries that's on the outs with Babylon the Great, which is America. All right, and they're at their tipping point or their boiling point. Let's say that. And in the up and coming days, months, or years, which, speaking as a man, I don't think Babylon the Great has much days left because of the signs and wonders that's being shown. And Salaki, and signs and wonders and the prophecies that's been spoken of in the scriptures. Okay, so let me read this, and then I grab a couple of scriptures. It says the influential sister of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un warned the United States on Tuesday that it would face a more fatal security crisis as Washington pushes for UN condemnation of the North's recent intercontinental ballistic missile tests. Okay. Her name is Kim Yo Jong. I'll say. Okay. It says warning came hours after U.S. Ambassador Linda Thomas Greenfield told an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council that the U.S. will circulate a proposed presidential statement condemning North Koreans' banned missile launches and other destabilizing activity. After the meeting, Thomas Greenfield also read a statement by 14 countries which supported actions to limit North Korean advancement of its weapons program. Okay, so here you have, for years on end, Babylon the Great having, how can I say it, the upper hand with most of these nations. Okay, when it came to their military superiority, weapons that were never seen, or the power of these weapons that were never seen before. Now, Babylon the Great's on a decline, and what they're doing is they're being hypocritical. Let me grab that scripture real quick. Salaki brothers. So their biggest fear is hunting them now. Okay. It says Matthew 7:1. Salaki for that interruption. It said, judge not that ye be not judged, for with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again. Okay. So basically, all these countries, you got Iran, you got China, you got Russia, you got North Korea. Okay, just to pick a few. All right, and soon Turkey, okay, it's gonna pull the rug from underneath your feet as well. Babylon the Great, aka America, and they know it's coming. It's getting to the point where you used to be the neighborhood bully on the playground, but all these other nations are wielding themselves in a different manner. Okay, they're no longer afraid of the country that's the most wicked. Okay, let me finish reading just to pick out some more points on this in that article. Okay, it says, let's get down to it. After the meeting, Thomas Greenfield also read a statement by 14 countries which supported actions to limit North Korean advancement of its weapons program. Kim Yo Jong, who is widely considered North Korea's second most powerful person after her brother, lambasted the United States for issuing what she called a disgusting joint statement together with such rivals as Britain, France, Australia, Japan, and South Korea. Okay. So, these nations, the nations that are named, they know about the puppet leaders that go into these other countries and who they really belong to, which is neither here nor there. But the sentiment's the same all around the board. They're tired of an outside influence trying to impose on their right to have protection for their own country. Okay. America tells Iran all the time they can't have a nuclear program for fears of said people. Okay. Thinking that they're going to do something costly to them, and they pretty much will. Okay. And I'm talking about Iran. They will do something costly to that small hatters. That's who's running everything behind the scene. And this is what these defiant countries know. Okay, and they're not with the program. America supports the small hatters. Okay, on every turn, and that's what's going to get the caca beat out of Babylon the Great, or put the flames to Babylon the Great. Let's say that. Okay, but reading on, it says Kim compared the United States to a barking dog seized with fear. Okay. She said North Korea would consider the U.S.-led statement a wanton violation of our sovereignty and a grave political provocation. Okay. Let me get this. Since she said that. This is Habakkuk 2 and 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. So, like I said, these nations are tired of the butting in all the time and trying to impose, the westernized ways onto their kingdoms. I'll say it like that, because in the mindset that you're supposed to have is that nations need a ruler. Okay, one person to rule, not a democracy. And that's where this system is broken at. Okay? You have two opposing parties, so to speak. And we know that that's a front. But then, there is no, how can we say it? There is no absolute ruler over the westernized world because, like I said, the small hatters run it. Okay? So there is no kingdom in the ancient way here. It's just laws that's set up to how can I say that? Put you in a pit, the system. That's it. Okay. It's been colonized. We were under the rule of England until, what was it, about 1776 maybe, something like that. So with all that being said, they broke away from the rule of England. Okay, let me grab that real quick. Let's see. It says it on July 2nd, 1776, Congress voted to declare independence. 2 days later, it ratified the text of the Declaration. Okay. So, there's no absolute ruler here. Like I said, it's just small hatters running a business, so to speak. That's because America's one giant corporation. But getting back to the article, all right. They're tired of it, man. And let's hit the scripture in that bottom part. It says, woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Well, the time is up. Because scriptures say when all the nations start chanting this, and we're going to read down some more on this, chatting about what this place is doing, then surely you know what time it is. It says the U.S. should be mindful that no matter how desperately it may seek to disarm North Korea, it can never deprive North Korea of its right to self-defense, and that the more hell-bent it gets on the anti-North Korea acts, okay, it will face a more fatal security crisis, she said, in a statement carried by state media. And that's to say, that hypersonic missile that was shot and flew around the whole world, okay, without no country advancing on that missile, okay, meaning that they don't have the weapons systems to combat that particular missile that flew around the world. Okay, let me see if I can find the name of it. Yeah, I tried to find the article, but it had the West shook. Okay, that this missile was able to fly hypersonic around the Earth. Okay, at such a speed that it was undetectable. Okay. I don't know. I tried looking it up. They probably scrubbed it from the news because the media is controlled by you know who. But nevertheless, it's just a way for these nations to get their point across. Okay. To say this, as the scriptures say. All right, and this is Joel 3:9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. All right. And what I think the name of the missile was Huwong 17, I believe, something like that, to that effect. Slocky. Let's see. Hwasong 17 missile. All right. That's what they're displaying. Russia's displaying that. Iran will be displaying it. Okay. And Turkey will be displaying it. Libya will be displaying. You notice all these countries countries that the US have went and disturbed their way of being, so to speak. So when you read Habakkuk 2, you know, says that the man can't stay at home. He puts his nose everywhere he does, and they're tired of it, man. They're tired of it. They're tired of it. This is going to lead to the domination, the destruction of Babylon the Great. When you read Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51, Revelation 18, Obadiah, the scriptures go on and on how this place of a cesspool of a place named Babylon the Great is going to get destroyed for all this wickedness, man. Okay. And this is the words that she's speaking. Okay. Right now, everybody's pushing back. Okay. That's in these other nations against this weak government that Babylon the Greats have over here right now. Okay. So it's almost go time for the third woe. It's going to come quickly without warning. Okay. Because here in Babylon the Great, most of the people here in Babylon the Great, they have a I don't know what you would call it, their pride is too haughty. They don't think that anything can touch the shores of, America. America. But yeah, it's coming, man. And all these nations are displaying this with their weaponry, okay, and their taunting proverbs, okay. India, the I guess cause theirs is set up like England, but I believe it was the parliament member for England in their country that spoke taunting proverbs to America. Pakistanians taunting proverbs to America. Okay, so let's get this, and then I'm gonna close it out. This is done, man. This place is out of here. Yep. And go back to Habakkuk. That's where I should have stayed. um, Read from this whole thing is this. It's fingering the person. Okay, that's in question. That's one in Apocrypha too, but I don't want to beat a dead horse. Let's let's go back to 7. It says, Habakkuk 2:7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, right? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, and of the city, and of all that dwell therein, right? And that's what America did. Okay, you go to these places, they plunder, they try to get whatever they can, and then leave you in the system, in the pit. Okay. God damn devils, man. It says, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil, right? And that's the mind state that most of these Americans have. Although the country has went fully abroad and rape, robbed, and pillaged. Just like John said, the devil come not to but to kill, steal, and destroy. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay. It says, so they're gonna get paid back for this. And the payback scripture is I think it's Isaiah 34, I want to say, or 35 maybe. We'll read it in a minute. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul, thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Okay, and that's when you look at these okay, when you look at these people in these other places of government, that's what's happening. They're yelling it to the rooftops, man. What these people, when I say that these people, these devils, okay, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has did to their country, they got every right to blow this place off the face of the earth, It says, that's the complaints, man. Okay. Woe to him that buildeth the town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity. Behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. Okay. And this is what's going to happen when you read it in the NLT on the other side. It says, has not the Lord of heaven armies promised that the wealth of nations will turn to ashes? They work so hard, but all in vain. Okay. That's why these defiant nations want to get the hell away from you, man. Because that's what you do. You enslave them, and they're put in damnation because of the wicked ways that you keep on forcing out to them. And in some of these other nations that's defiant against you, they don't have the same things going on in their country that you have going on here. Okay. Standards of living morally are held to a higher esteem. Okay. I'm gonna leave it like that for the alphabet community to deal with. It says, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. And that's what's coming back. Okay. Let's get this real quick. This is Isaiah 33:1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. When thou shalt make and to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Okay. And this is what you're about to see. Okay. This is why they boasting and saying, let the weak say that I'm strong. Okay. And they're showing that. They're showing it through the hypersonic missiles and the arsenals that they possess now. Okay. It's lucky. When you read 34 and 5. Okay. This is a missile going off. Okay. When you get down to the fifth verse, it says Isaiah 34 and 4. I'm gonna read from 4. And all of the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. Okay. And all the stars will fall from the sky. Well, read the NLT side says the heavens above will melt away and disappear like a rolled up scroll. The stars will fall from the sky like withered leaves from a grapevine or shriveled figs from a fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. All right. So those stars are represented, representing Salaki, the nuclear missiles that's going to come from the heavens. Okay. That's why it says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. And that sword is, or swords, okay, it's that nuclear warhead. And it's going to fall right here in Babylon the Great, one of the many places, okay, that's going to get, well, many places are going to get hit, but Babylon's going to be annihilated, okay? It's going to be ash and pitch as far as the eye can see, okay? But with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Ray Millstone, Shalom, Baba Ball, and Kwam Yasharala. Okay, and this is the Reds slinging back and forth is only going to be a short time before people, take action. All right, and play these things out through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.